The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, everyone. This is Lynn, and welcome to the SLA Competitive Intelligence Division Conference Preview for 2015. We're really happy that you joined us, and this morning we'll be joined by Katie Kyler, who's been working very hard on putting together a great conference format for us. I'd like to thank everybody that has joined us, and also thank, somebody's phone just rang on the line. But I'd like to thank our great partner with CI Division, Aurora WDC. Thank you for hosting our webinar today. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box, and we will address them as they come up. And without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Katie. Katie, it's all yours.
All right, thanks, Lynn. So the purpose of this webinar is just to provide a quick overview of the exciting programming that the CI Division has planned for our upcoming conference in Boston. This is going to include 2 master classes, a crescendo session, 2 analytical education sessions, 2 quick takes, 2 continuing education courses, and a fantastic networking event. So, beyond the Be Revolutionary theme for the whole conference, we've taken careful care to plan the division's offerings around 3 central themes: managing and developing your career, practical tools and techniques for actually conducting CI research and analysis, and of course, fun and networking. So in introducing our offerings for Boston, I'm going to start by discussing those sessions related to the first theme, career management and development. These sessions will introduce new career paths, tackle the creation of an intelligence function, and cover the management and development of a team. The first session I'd like to present will be a half-day continuing education course presented by the division's own current chair, Zena Applebaum, and the past chair, Michael Bernacci. This in-demand course will build upon previous continuing education courses related to setting up intelligence functions. This course will provide attendees with the information and tools to confidently take their competitive intelligence offerings to the next level, and will include lots of practical tips and takeaway. Just a note, this session is almost sold out, so if you're interested, you'll want to sign up on the conference planner and register ASAP. The next session that I'd like to talk about will introduce another new potential career path, careers in prospect research. In this session, our first speaker, Maureen Festa, Senior Research Analyst at MIT, will provide an overview of prospect research as a viable career option for librarians and info pros, as well as what skills and proficiencies are required to move into this type of work. Our second speaker, March King, President of the InfoRich Group, will provide a practical overview of how prospect research is actually conducted, including an overview of some of the fundamental techniques used. If you've ever been curious about prospect research and would like to learn how applicable the skills of librarians and CI pros are to conducting this type of research, then make sure you attend this session. Another great session to help you develop your career into new avenues will be the new roles for librarians and info pros, developing a CI function from beginning to expert. This session is a crescendo session, so crescendo sessions are new to the conference this year. The idea is that, like a crescendo, these sessions are intended to build, to start with a basic principle and then build to an expert level. So in line with this idea, we'll be presenting a panel of speakers that will be discussing how to develop a CI function. The first speaker, Fred Wergles, president of Fred Wergles and Associates, will highlight the best practices for setting up a CI function. Then second, Emily Cunningham-Rushing, director of CI at Haynes Boone, will discuss strategies for getting buy-in and improving value add. The last speaker, Arjen Singh, lecturer of strategy at UC Irvine, will provide practical tips on working with executives and using CI for strategic advantage. This session is being co-sponsored by the legal division, so there'll be lots of great tips and discussion about setting up a CI function within a law firm. However, even if you're not in a law firm, there will still be plenty of valuable information covered. The last session within the career management and development theme that I'd like to mention will be a masterclass presented by Scott Lieb, Engagement Director of I Know LLC. This session will cover global talent management and provide some keys to producing superior results with your team. Scott Lieb will present an inventory of talent and competencies, cover how to set goals and create development plans, and also highlight measurement systems that you can use to track the progress of individuals on your team. This session has been generously sponsored by Springer and co-presented by the Leadership and Management Division. So whether you're currently managing a team or planning to move into that position in the future, you won't want to miss this session. So our second theme that I'm going to present will provide practical tools and techniques for conducting CI research and analysis. These sessions will cover the assessment and selection of new technologies, how to execute analytical frameworks, valuable research techniques, and how to manage your workflow. For the first practical tools and techniques session, we have a full-day continuing education course on using the internet as an investigative research tool. This course brings back Julie Klieg, president of Toddington International, whose incredibly popular session at last year's conference in Vancouver set Twitter alight and had people standing out the door. This session will provide attendees with the information and tools required to find all that hidden information online. That information that we all know exists, but may not know exactly how to locate and verify. Julie will also be providing attendees with firsthand experience and additional trials to take away of some of the programs that enable you to expertly assess this hidden information. So for anyone looking for a needle in a haystack or wanting to take their research to the next level, this will be an invaluable session. Our next session, co-sponsored, co-presented by the Pharmaceutical and Health Technology Division, will be on wargaming, but not the revolutionary kind. This practical session, including lots of real-world examples, will provide a high-level understanding of wargaming, what it can offer, how to approach it, and when to execute. This will include an explanation of the framework and the key steps you need to follow in order to prepare for and to execute a war game. This masterclass is generously sponsored by Springer and will be presented by Derek Johnson, CEO of Aurora WDC. Make sure not to miss it. Another tools and techniques session that we've got planned is designing aggregation and knowledge sharing systems. This session, sponsored by Aurora WDC, Commentelli, and EBSCO Information Services, will provide a high-level overview of aggregation and knowledge sharing systems, what they're able to do, the role they can play in information collection, dissemination, and analysis. Attendees will leave with the tools they need to understand the process of conducting a needs analysis for the selection of aggregation and knowledge sharing systems. This knowledgeable panel will include Jesper Martell, CEO of Commentelli, Joe Traegert, Senior Director of Market Development for EBSCO, and Eric Johnson, Founder and Chairman of Aurora WDC. And I'd also like to mention that the Information Technology and Taxonomy divisions will both be co-presenting this session with the CID, so you know it's going to be a good one. Okay. So in addition to the continuing education courses and sessions, we've got two fantastic quick takes planned. The first one, presented by Phil Britton, will take you through the ABCs of researching private companies. Phil will introduce some valuable resources for locating this elusive information, so you'll want to make sure you catch this one. The second quick date presented by our CI Division's own Chair-elect, Lynn Strand, the Principal of Outside Knowledge, who's also moderating this session, will address an issue that we all face, which is what to do when they say, give me everything you know on such and such, and how not to freak out because they want it within an hour. So Lynn will provide tips and tricks for tackling rush research, as well as how to package that research into a high-level, concise, everything you need to know overview. So definitely make sure you include that one in your schedule. So the last few sessions that I want to mention before moving on to the fun and networking are our co-sponsored sessions. So the CI Division is co-presenting 3 fantastic sessions and a tour led by some of the other SLA divisions. The first session, Be Bold, Be Brief, Be Gone, led by the Leadership and Management Division, will provide secrets on how to successfully navigate the C-suite. The second co-presented session, led by the Legal Division, will tackle CI resources. An expert panel will be giving you a rundown of their experiences with a wide variety of CI resources, covering everything from the good, the bad, to the ugly. The third session is a master class presented by the Business and Finance Division on the role of information professionals in supporting business development, including the potential for information partnerships. Unfortunately, all of these sessions are at the same time on Tuesday morning. However, with such a great variety of topics, I'm sure there will be something for everyone. Lastly, if you're hanging around Boston after the conference, you'll want to check out the Business Libraries Tour hosted by the Business and Finance Division on Wednesday, the 17th. This tour is going to go through just a phenomenal selection of local business libraries all around Boston. So that brings me to the end of the courses, sessions, and quick takes that we've got planned for you, but there's still more fun and networking that you won't want to miss out. The CI Division's annual networking event will be held Monday evening, 7 p.m. at the Chart House on Boston's historic Long Wharf. This fabulous evening of apps, cocktails, and networking will include a swag bag for the first few guests to arrive, with some swag generously donated by AIM. There'll be door prizes, and the division awards will also be presented during the event. You can register for this event in the online planner, or the link to our Eventbrite page is presented on this slide. So once the networking reception has winded down, we invite everyone to come dance the night away with us at the IT dance party. The CI Division will be sponsoring this fantastic event this year, and in addition to rocking the night away, there will be a costume contest with a great prize provided by ProQuest. So make sure to also pack your superhero regalia, and don't miss that one. It's always a fantastic time. Before I wrap up, I just want to say a special thank you to our fabulous partners and all of our volunteers. Without all of your contributions and hard work, this phenomenal slate of speakers, sessions, and fun really would not be possible. So thank you all so much. So on that note, I'd also like to thank you all for taking the time to attend this webinar, for being part of SLA and the CI Division. Myself and the entire CI Division look forward to seeing you at Boston. And be revolutionary.
Thank you very much, Katie, for that overview. I'm really excited about the events and, you know, particularly my own, but I do have some questions in the chat box, which, Michael, perhaps you can help me out with this because I can't see the full question. Never mind, I figured it out. I'm smart. And we have a question wondering if people come to the networking event, If they're not attending the conference, is that okay? And I will say absolutely yes. Bring whomever you would like. Just make sure that they register, and and we'll have a blast.
Yeah, definitely.
So
use the Eventbrite page, and it'll be great.
And come along. Last year we had quite a few people who registered really quickly, about an hour before the event. So if you know you're going to come, give us at least a few hours heads up so that we can make sure that we have enough room for everyone. And then we also have one correction. The Crescendo class is on Sunday, not Tuesday.
Oh, I apologize. That's my typo, yes.
Okay, great. So
yes.
that, if anybody else has any questions, please feel free to get in touch with Katie or with myself, and we can certainly clarify anything else for you. But otherwise, start packing your suitcase, and we will see you next, in 10 days or so. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care.